Dominoes are starting to fall as prices continue to fall right along with it. How concerned should we really be? Hey everybody, Scott Walters, welcome to the channel. If you're new, I want to thank you for coming. If you're returning, I want to thank you for your continued support. Before we get into today's red hot topic, I'm going to politely ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Please watch to the end for my final thought. Hit the bell icon so you're notified when new videos are released. It is very important to stay close to the channel in these very tricky times. All right, folks, welcome to the channel. It's always an honor and a privilege to be with you. I hope you're all doing great. Buckle up, strap in. I got a hard-hitting pull, no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows and sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. And friends, how concerned should we really be right now? Is this just all chatter and a lot of people running their mouths trying to get clicks and become a YouTube star? Maybe. You'll have to make up your mind on that one. Listen, friends, I love YouTube. I love real estate. This is a win-win for me. I absolutely love it. I own real estate. I work in real estate. I've been very fortunate with my life in real estate. But the realities are, friends, I've been around for a while, and I've lived through the 2008 financial crisis. And even though I own good real estate I bought before that bubble, I did buy one house in that 2008 era, and it didn't go well. I had to let the house go. I hung on to it for a while. And eventually I just had to accept the situation. This thing is so far upside down now. I'm going to continue to drag this depreciated asset along for the ride and hope it comes back. And I was watching people buy the same exact house that I bought in like 2012 when I basically got rid of the thing and dumped it for about half of what I paid for it. And I'm not talking out in middle America where you could get a house for $100 grand. It's just in Southern California, the $1 million district, taking big hits. It wasn't just me, a bunch of my neighbors taking big hits. A lot of my friends it decimated. I saw a lot of my friends, at that time it worked in real estate, get completely financially ruined because they drank the Kool-Aid in the last bubble. Went all in on real estate. It was euphoria. This euphoria was much worse because even though we had artificial growth in the last bubble and interest rates were fairly low, kind of stimulating the economy then, this one was on hyperspeed because it was polarizing. Why, you ask? I'm about to tell you. Because we were all locked up at home, glued to our screens. We didn't have the type of screen time in front of us in the last bubble as we did in this bubble. So when you have people locked up at home and limited inventory as a result of that, and then make realtors essential workers in a health crisis and drop rates, the FOMO was head spinning. I'd never seen anything like it. When we first got locked down, I took a deep breath and I said, I better get a backup plan. I'm sure glad I got cash reserves in this one because we're headed for a recession for sure, which we did, a micro recession. We're gonna have a double dip recession, but the realities is this is how concerned we should be, friends. Very concerned at this time because the dust is now settling. And we're paying the piper from runaway inflation in a risen interest rate environment. And listen, the inflation problem we're in, this is an inflationary crash we're in right now. It's slowly robbing people because their cost of living isn't keeping up. Their earning power isn't keeping up with cost of inflation. So it's a slow motion crash. The dominoes will fall till eventually you have one last option. Let the house go. The challenge of this one is for me personally, and I've reported on this. And if you're new, please subscribe right away. There's never been a more important time to get forward, to get centered and surrounded with like-minded people. Forward thinking, critical thinking. Acknowledge the elephant in the room. This is it, my friends. These things do not play overnight. I think because, like I said, this digital age we're living in, if it doesn't happen right in front of us, most people aren't going to believe it. Like I said, congratulations to anybody that continues to stick to this channel. It's been my honor and my privilege to be a voice and reason in what was a very unreasonable housing market. I rang the bell and sounded the alarm right away when this one took off. When I became essential and I'm out there selling houses sight unseen, never meet people face to face, over asking price, waiving contingencies and inspections, not knowing the health of the house. I was like, are you kidding me? Does nobody else see what's going on here? If this isn't a real estate bubble, I don't know what is. Oh no, this time it's different. Things will be fine. It's not fine. We can see what's going on. So the realities are, friends, this is the deal. Most of us know the only way we're going to tame inflation, which the government says they're committed to do, and they're raising interest rates to prove it, but they're inching their way towards it because if they do it too quick, they're going to spook these markets and it will be a race to the bottom an overnight crash, a left field event, a black swan event. That's what happens. So we're just inching our way up. It's too late. It's too late. It's too little, too late. The federal government should have immediately put the brakes on the housing market when it started to explode. They could have easily just said, raise rates now, but they didn't. They let it go. So poor people poured into these markets over asking price, and now they're going what? You guessed it, upside down in their purchases. They no longer own their homes. Their homes own them because they can't sell the house for what they paid for it any longer. And every day that goes by, it's getting worse and worse and worse. And they're hearing words like this, like what I was sharing with you from back in 2008. Just weather the storm. Don't worry, real estate always comes back. In the last bubble, if you'd bought in 05, 06, the height, it would have taken over 10 years in most areas for your property. Do you want to drag a depreciated asset around for 10 years, especially in an inflationary environment where you're now running on fumes, burning through savings to make that payment? Of course not. Insanity, this stuff. Listen, friends, in final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a content creator. Somebody wants to see you not only win in real estate, win in life, understanding the waters you're swimming in. When you have runaway inflation in a risen interest rate environment and the market clearly reversed course, and it's no longer a question if this was a real estate bubble or not. I think we're beyond that. That is the realities. Every real estate is different. Like I've always said, half therapist, half salesman, putting others' needs before my own. That'll always be my goal. I'm already taken care of. I've made my mark in real estate. I don't need anything else. That's why you see me here ringing the bell and sounding the alarm. Not bombarding you with courses or commercials and paid sponsorships. Rarely will you ever find me do that, if at all. I refuse that stuff constantly. The realities are this, friends. This is what's going to happen. People are going upside down in their recent purchases. The first dominoes to fall will be investors, builders, and people that bought in the height of this real estate bubble during lockdowns. Those are our at-risk group. This at-risk group is capable, and we're watching it happen in real time, capable of taking down the housing market and crashing it. That is what we're seeing right now. I hope you understand that. I'm doing my best to ring the bell and sound the alarm and wake people up so they understand it. If that's you, I don't know how to help these investors who got greedy and bought up massive amounts of land and now they're underwater in these new vacant homes that they can't get sold. But the people who just bought in the height of this euphoria that now can no longer sell their house for what they paid for it, eventually you're going to have to make a decision. Is it time to put the house on the market, see what kind of offer it can fetch, take the offer to the bank, and see if they'll accept it and let me get out of this one? Most people are going to wait. They're going to wait until they see people buying the same house that they're in now for a fraction of what they paid for it before they'll make that decision. But this is what plays out in an artificially created, or any real estate bubble for that matter. But the scary part about this bubble, artificially created to never seen before highs and record speed, and its reverse course even quicker than it was made. If you appreciate the content, I do want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Social media links are in the description of this video if you'd like to contact me there, along with links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you're interested in buying or selling real estate and you need help, there's an email in the description of this video as well. I have a network of top-rated agents in the nation ready to assist you. It would be our honor and our privilege to do so. If you're watching from your television set today and you enjoyed this video, there should be another video coming into your screen at this time, along with an easy subscribe icon I hope you'll use. As always, thank you for your time. Please go make it count today. I'll see you on the next video.